What's the situation in the region? Let's start with this one. Trouble. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, and fringe works are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces in the Koronus Expanse has departed for the sector borders to combat the xenos threat. There has been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issues with Astropath, this is not entirely out of ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by xenos attacks, we've received reports of fierce warriors who descend from the sky and enter the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating the Koronus Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation. Has there been any xenos attacks on footfall? No, there haven't. Attacking footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board will make for a decent fighting force. And that's not even to mention the firepower that our esteemed merchants have shamelessly hidden from the station customs officials. For us here, xenos are more of a source of income than a threat. Are we talking about dealing with xeno artifacts here? I do not approve the fear of xenotech. One must know and understand the enemy. Yes. I'm convinced that your connections with footfall will allow you to broaden your knowledge and understanding. I will see to it that your curiosity is satisfied in every way. I was attacked right at the docks. An outrageous town. A show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, suggestions of footfall are akin to natural disasters, impossible to predict or preempt. They simply happen. Nope. Many consider footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rabble-rouser who calls for people heads, not commander. Sooner or later you will find him and have him strung up. I will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm. Awareness. Behind the careful built facade of composure you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control, but this is what exactly. I'll do this. Well, first do this and then see if we can get this. I'm sorry for the loss of your assistance. What? Oh, that, yes, her death was a regrettable development. Oh, we lost it. Has Proctor Anther visited you recently by any chance? Shortly before you did. He was interested in certain sensitive information which I happen to possess, and he also required access to the dock cogitators containing login administration data. Naturally, I offer full cooperation and improved the estimate arbitrators with a designated area at the docks where they will work away from the bustle and din of the crowd. I assume that is where Proctor is at the moment. Who was that woman? Whartons throughout. A dead woman working. Some, however, still call her J. Hidari. a small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead here to a sticky end. Strange, a small-time in a particular direction wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as Lich. That what seems stranger, still that the Lich knows this small fry by name. This is relevant, since I'm the one in control of the station in footfall. I can speak of behalf of what is all. What sort of patronage do you seek from me? Protection, not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of this difficulty extends far beyond this area. Reports of disturbed routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. Communication with the Calixis sector has been extremely unstable. Our ships that have dived into the maw, trouble and regional expansion device Koronus Expanse. Okay, in the recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the maw on the other side was struck by temporal anomaly. They jumped almost 2 decades in real space-time. Wow. Officers from the port wonder where you still have contracts from your days of the Navy. Have talked about the victims of the maw, the only route from the Imperium to the Koronus. Even so, rather than a particular area, it seems that something warp storm. And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipping, especially food shipments. The station naturally has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall will be obliged if Halfmoon assist us by signing a contract in food deliveries. Can't be the logic succeed. Can't be the only one you've asked for help. Naturally, I tried contacting other traders, but the terms of house short order who have bled footfall dry, and as for the esteemed Calico, instead of food shipment for him, I received a transport, the Navica, packed with refugees. I had to send them off to full store. So many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these work fluctuations have created more pressing concerns to Lord Winterscale, and so I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall allies. So let's see what we'll do. So Footfall is cut off from all the Simpsons, the local gangs are running wild, and the local hustlers are throwing tantrums in the airports. Okay, so Footfall is cut off from its shipments. Yes. The local gangs are running wild, and the local hustlers are throwing tantrums in your residence. Are you positively in control of the situation? You are very perspective. Okay. Well, now you know what you're buying. The situation is difficult, but should you decide to offer your support, you'll forget about the existence of trading hubs. But should you decide to offer your support, you'll forget about the existence of trading hubs other than football, because you won't have more loyal friends anywhere else. You're so fond of my acumen, then why do you insult it by putting a brave face now? We both know that you have far greater need of me than I have of you. You are very perspective. Okay, so he does the same thing. Well, you know now what you're buying the situation. So what are the terms of this deal? The delivery of food shipments from your fertile wars. Janus, I imagine. I'm quite familiar with that jewel of them all. I can expect for a fair payment. I won't do this. I won't do this. I will do this very well. I'll help you with food shipments. I'm immensely obliged, your lordship. I assume you are going to need time to get the shipments up and I can't wait. On my end, I promise you completely comprehensible. Let's do this. There is an establishment not far from it. They let people torture fake xenos here. I want you to stop. You will be dealt with. Nice. I would like to know more about the Underscan. Why they aren't being dealt with yet. I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't got around to the Unverse yet. As detrimental as they are no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. Okay. What is happening with the Shadow Corpus? Why is there a quarantine? Oh, that. Who knows? It will be an actual epidemic. Or perhaps the two families that started it all came down with food poisoning at the same time. We are on the space station. The best solution here is to isolate the area and wait for the problem to resolve itself. I wish to help the people in the quarantine zone. I will have medicine delivered to them from my ship. I can't bar you from doing so, but I can't help note that it's not the wisest course of action. With all due respect, your lordship. Where does one go to make few deals here on the station? Here, I am the main dealer of the station, and it will be disrespectful of me to suggest that you take your business to food for traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in few people, for example, Reverend Hieronymus Doloso, we've talked with him. This surrounding the Ecclesia is rumored to purchase sacred relics from captains and other traders. Don't seem keen becoming his competitors. If you are looking for goods that can entertain you, find Octaviana at the establishment called Adeptus. The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Just don't ask her to pour you her signature. It is meant for common food for everyone. Let's get down. I have some questions about food. Let's do this. Rest assured, I will be candid. My lips are bound by the oath of surgery. What exactly interests you is about merchants? Who holds the reins of the xenogoods trade? The Spalis Commission. Don't think we met them, maybe? A criminal syndicate that seized control of the entire cold trade of the xenos creations are on high demand, so every single colony has capable engine or two. Using their commercial interests is not more dangerous, a lot more dangerous than using their mercantile. Still, making friends with these organizations is as profitable as it is dangerous to make enemies with them. And it just so happens that I managed to earn their trust and fulfill the contact their business under my watchful eye. Something tells me you are a bit of bandit yourself. You aren't wrong. My path was long and bloody, but in the end, I rose from running a gang that had stopped its claim to the treatment filter station to become a leash of footfall. Many died to make this possible. And those who survive figure it will be more convenient to put me at the head than continue the slaughter of the Terford. I can only hope that my elevation and peace, and the peace that came with it, have done the station good. There is a sound logic to having the sharpest mind run the station. The administrator have installed some pitiful clearing instead. I appreciate your breadth of thinking. In this day of age, okay. What are... Let's do it again. Okay. What are you referring to? There is a certain custom of food for any rock trader who arrives in the station and docks is considered to be subshore rule, and the leech, the rare something that makes me your servant, okay? However, as long as you remain incognito, it will be difficult for you to use this privilege. Keep this in mind if you wish to communicate with the less knowledgeable inhabitants for them you are not a visit. I won't abuse my right, and in turn will remember your gracious attitude, and I'll remember it when the steam Calicos returns to the sky of Fudo is no longer under his patronage. He will be displeased upon finding that his demands encroach upon and will try to take it back. In Calicos in this case, this period is very, very hazardous phenomenon. A fight between two characters will ensue, and as ridiculous as it may sound, this outcome will most likely depend on the allegiance of the station's number. No more questions. Rather have satisfied. Let's get down interest in your wares. I'm at your service. You can expect the most gracious discounts. Okay. 4, 8, 5, 3. Oh, that's a good one. I don't have anything to give him. Oh, that's okay. It is. Can I talk to him again?
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I don't mean to hire you, but I do hope your deal is still in place. The station continues again. Okay, he needs a professional. Other matters demand my attention. So let's close this. Let's close this. Need to find this. Oh, dreams and stories. Risk caches discovered. Okay. Let's train. Our captain, I'm pleased to report that the inspections have been completed and all identified system failures have been resolved. The void ship is ready to leave for the crew is waiting for your further instructions. And there are also a number of issues that need to be addressed. We also received word from Proctor Solomon Arthur, the Peter whose squad we retrieved from Rikard Minorities. As requested, and as we just said, he will be waiting in fruitful docks. Okay, let's go then do the shadow quarters. I guess. Oh.
Keep your wits about you.
Bastian Horda, a well-groomed young man, calls you out. He's clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive patterns with a bright Aquila embodying from you. Noble sir, a minute of your time if you please. I'm Bastian the Roman Bastard Horda, youngest cousin of House Horda, envoy in Sedia, Bastard Horda, rogue trader of the Koronus Expanse by the grace of the Most Holy Imperium. You must be an envoy of Theodora von Valasio. Notice that you arrived in your esteemed ladyship. Horda, they are some of the most influential rock traders in the Koronus Expanse, but not on footfall. This station is under the control of House Winterscale. Something tells me that about what we are about to hear a most curious offer. Yes, quite right. I'm Lady Theodora Envoy. Splendid. It's a pleasure to be speaking with an equal. Truth be told, I get a little flustered in the presence of the powers that be. What do you wish to speak with me about? A matter of utmost delicacy. You see, you've been to the residence of the Lich. Vladi most certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arrangement of shipments to Fulford. The Von Valasio Protectorate is famed for the abundance of its main agri-world, Janus. It would be odd for him not to see Sarian when Fulford is on the verge of famine, okay? However, the Horda dynasty pursues its own interest on footfall. We have already announced our terms to the Lich, but he's stolen. I imagine in hopes of getting better offer from you. The Horda dynasty believes that cooperation will be preferable for both rock trader houses. If you refuse Vladimir, thereby forcing him to agree a deal with us, the Horda dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from the future as well as certain other prerequisites. Everybody benefits. The Emperor's agenda. The Emperor's most loyal soul should be more concerned with carrying his will through the stars and less with divine approaching among themselves. Especially when the well-being of one of the Imperium's lords is at stake, even one such as footfall. Behind your smile, Master Bastian, here shadows swirl. I may not see it, but your worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house wrath should this negotiation prove fruitless, or the wrath of House von Valancius? Dira. They are coming, brothers of the ones who came before. I just don't get it. Do they all have a death wish? Would you mind elaborating the terms of your proposal? Not at all. Would you like to take this negotiation somewhere suitable so that I may go over the details? Suddenly. And they kill him. Yes. Maybe I should have.
I'll make an example out of you.
Maybe. Should we live with this? No, let's do it again. Let's do it, and let's listen to Idira this time. I want to see what will happen if I draw my weapon. Most probably I will save him. I think I will save him. Get them all. Let's try this.
Always keep your eye on the
No,
prize.
let's do this. Go outside. Well groomed, yes, we'll do this. He tells us that he has something. We'll hide the truth. What did you wish to speak about me? Okay, let's fast forward more or less. Argenda says that we shouldn't. Says that he's hiding something. Okay, so they are coming again. Brothers of the ones who came before. I just don't get it. Do they have very welcome? Appreciate the warning, Idira. What? Bastian Sturgeon is a prey, then turns around. Oh boy. No, he still dies.
You will beg for mercy.
But I prefer this. Oh,
None.
Anverthak. Okay, let's move here. Let's move him. So the majority of them come from here. Okay, let's move him here then. I'll move myself here maybe. Move agenda. Move here. Move here. Move Pascal. Yeah.